Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name is Katie and I'm the Organic Esthetician. So today I am hopping on very quick, hopefully, before I put makeup on to answer a few of the questions that I've been seeing come up pretty regularly on my other microcurrent device videos. So I'm going to do a couple of short videos that address specific areas of concern on the face and how to treat them using microcurrent. So this video is going to focus on the eye area. So the muscles we're going to be focusing on are the orbicularis oculi. That's the muscle that circles the eye socket. It helps you open and close your eye, and it also helps to give you drainage here and activate the tear duct. We'll also talk a little bit about the corrugator, but as you activate this muscle, it's what allows you to move your eyebrows in and down. And lastly, we'll probably talk a little bit about the procerus here. This muscle connects to the corrugators and then some muscles of your nose down here, but it is responsible for those 11 lines along with your corrugator and with those bunny lines that happen across the bridge of the nose. I don't know if any of you have those. I think I'm starting to get them. So we'll focus on those three muscles for this video. So when you are continually activating these muscles, they get strong. It's just like if you were lifting weights all the time. Now you have these really beefy, tight muscles around the eye area. When these muscles are continually tightened, they can actually cause some of these wrinkles that we are trying to address. So when we're addressing these crow's feet that happen, or smile lines, right, we want to smooth out these wrinkles by stretching and relaxing the muscle. Now, unfortunately, if you have a NuFace Trinity, a Clairblend Mini, I believe even the Zip, you're not going to be able to use your at-home microcurrent device to do what I'm going to suggest next. This is the reason I love the 7E Wellness MyoLift Mini so much, is because it offers two different waveform blends. So one works to lift and tighten, like all the other devices I just mentioned. And then the other program actually works to elongate and stretch the muscle. And this is why I love this device so much, because it's a more comprehensive way at addressing muscles in the face when doing microcurrent at home. So if you have a MyoLift Mini, you're going to put it on your erase setting, and I'm going to show you how you're going to address any crow's feet.
So I'm using my MyoLift Mini. I'm going to turn on my device, and I'm going to start on erase level 2. If you find that when you use an intensity of 350 microamps, you get twitching around the eye, feel free to use erase level 1.
So you're going to hold one probe at the brow, and then you're going to spread the other one down, pulling away from it. You could even start in the middle and glide both of them away. So one pushes the brow up and one comes right down here to the side of the eye. You don't want to go all the way down into the cheek because now we're working on different muscles. So you really just want to stay here on this orbicularis oculi muscle. So one lifts the brow and one spreads that muscle out. Now, sometimes you will get maybe a little line or two here on this inner corner of the eye. Some people, due to natural anatomy, will just have a little line underneath their eye here, and that's totally normal. And if that's something that you notice on yourself, there's not really anything that you can do to address that. But if you didn't have those lines before and maybe you're starting to see just a little bit of wrinkle formation here on this inner corner, the way you're going to address the inner corner of the eye is actually different than the outer corner. So as this muscle contracts, it tightens here and it sags here. So we're elongating on the outer corner, and we're actually going to tighten here on the inner corner. So if you have one of these other at-home microcurrent devices, you can easily do this movement. You're going to glide from the outer corner to the inner corner of the eye. I'm going to show you using my MyoLift Mini probes.
For these next movements, I'm going to switch to Educate. I'm going to put it on Educate level 2. If you want, you can either increase intensity, or if you're getting any sort of twitching sensation around the eye area, which tends to be a little more sensitive to current, feel free to use Educate level 1.
So I'm going to place one probe just here on this inner corner, and I'm going to glide my other probe gently towards it. And that's how you'll address any sagging or any wrinkle formation that's starting on this inner corner of the eye. Another thing that people are concerned with is kind of the sagging of the brow, or maybe a little laxity here at the eyelid where you're starting to get more of a hooded lid. So you're going to address this by lifting the brow. Because we're lifting and tightening, you can do this movement with any of your at-home microcurrent devices. If you're using your MyoLift Mini, you're going to put it on Educate, just like we did on this inner corner. And you're going to glide your probes together and lift. Glide them together and lift. I like doing that kind of at each section of the brow, so here, here, and here. You can also push your brow up with one probe. Hold the stationary probe just above the brow. So one lifts towards the stationary. And I like doing that here at the front of the brow and again here at the tail. So pushing up, and then your stationary probe rests above it. If you have a NuFace or Clear Blend Mini or your Zip, I'm still less familiar with the Zip, so let's omit that for now. So your other kind of handheld devices that look similar to just one of the MyoLift probes. You can just do little holds here at the brow. So now let's move to this greater eye area. You might get wrinkle formation here, these kind of horizontal bunny lines that happen at the bridge of the nose. You might get 11 lines here at the procerus and the corrugator. And then occasionally, this doesn't happen on everyone, but occasionally from your corrugator contracting, like an accordion, you can get these little vertical lines here above the brow. So to address all three of these line formations, we're going to use the erase setting on the MyoLift Mini. Now again, if you don't own a MyoLift Mini, you're not going to be able to use a microcurrent to address this area, but when I'm finished showing you how to do it with the microcurrent, I'll show you some tricks on how to address this area, a Gemstone Roller or a Gua Sha tool. Let's start at these bunny lines here at the top of the procerus. So you're going to hold one probe underneath the line and one probe above it, and gently glide that top probe away. So you're stretching out your procerus and the beginning of your corrugator muscle here, like that. To address any 11 lines, you're going to spread your probes away from each other, starting just between your brow. And you're kind of stretching your eyebrows away. You can also place the probe kind of just off center between your brows and use the other probe to glide away from that stationary probe. And then if you have those little vertical corrugator lines above your brow, you can place your stationary probe at the front of your brow and glide the other probe away, stretching out that corrugator. And it feels really nice. And then you can go right above that area and do the same thing. So this is how you can address any fine lines and wrinkles around your eye using microcurrent. Okay, so for those of you that don't have microcurrent at home or don't have the MyoLift Mini, I'm going to show you how to do that with some tools. So the idea here is that we're stretching out tight muscle. So I'm going to start using my Wilder North Amethyst Gua Sha tool. Any shaped Gua Sha tool will work. You can even just use your fingers. I just find that I get some nice traction on the skin when I use my Gua Sha. So let's start with crow's feet. I'm going to use my fingers as my stationary support so that I have some stretch on the skin. And I'm going to use my Gua Sha tool and glide it up towards my brow, giving my orbicularis oculi a little stretch on this outer corner. Your pressure is firm, but it's not so firm that it's uncomfortable. Here at the procerus, we can do the same thing. Stationary fingers at the bridge of the nose, and you can glide your Gua Sha up, stretching out those horizontal lines. To address the 11s and these lines on the corrugator, stationary hand maybe in the center of your brows, and then you're going to glide your tool away, stretching out the procerus and the corrugators. And you can do the same thing up here. And if you don't have a tool, you can just do this with your fingers. It feels really nice to get a little stretch in here, stretch apart, stretch your brow out. If you have a roller at home, you can do the same thing, just kind of gliding away from your stationary hand. You can use this little end. This roller is also from Wilder North. Stretch out the brow, stretch out the crow's feet. So, and those are a couple ways that you can treat your eye area at home. So I'll probably be doing a neck video and then also one around the mouth area as well. I've been getting some questions about these lines that can form off the corners of the mouth. I'm gonna go film those now. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see y'all really soon. Bye.